Today we shall be reflecting on marriage. Marriage is an institution that is as old as humanity. When God created man and woman, He established marriage. Although marriage is an institution that is as old as humanity, marriage is an institution that has been plagued with a lot of problems, ranging from divorce to domestic violence to even murdering of one's partner. Today, I will not be reflecting on the problems of marriage, but rather on the theme, the bride and the groom. The bride and the groom. Have you ever wondered why on the day of wedding, the woman is not called the wife, but the bride, and the man is not called a husband, but the bridegroom? Have you ever wondered? The reason is simple, that on the day of wedding, both parties who are entering into a new relationship are reminded again and again of the task that lies ahead of them. The woman is the bride. The man is the bridegroom. It is the duty of the man to groom his bride to become a wife. Some time ago, I had an encounter with a friend of mine who came to me and said, "Father, I am tired of this marriage and I want to walk away." And I asked him, "Why do you want to walk away 8 months after your wedding?" He said, "Because the woman I married is not the wife of my dream." Then I smiled. I said, "Do you remember why you were called the bridegroom on the day of your marriage and your wife was called the bride?" He was looking at me. I said, "The reason is simple, that it is your duty as the man to groom your bride to become the wife of your dream." What does it mean to groom? To groom simply means to patiently nurture something to become what you want it to be. To patiently nurture something to become what you want it to be. That is what grooming is. The process of grooming involves 4 things. 1, love. That the one you want to groom, you love that person. For a man to groom his bride to become a wife, he must first of all love her. Love here has to do with sacrifice. That a man must be ready to make sacrifices for his wife. An unconditional love. Secondly, the process of grooming involves understanding. That the man must understand that the bride and himself are from 2 different backgrounds. And because they are from 2 different backgrounds, 2 different families, their values are never the same. So he must understand that she is different from him, and she has her own values that are different from his own. And he must be ready to accept her for who she is, with her values. Thirdly, the process of grooming involves teaching. That the man must teach his wife the values of the kind of wife he wants her to be. He must teach his wife the values of the kind of wife that he wants her to be. Fourthly, the process of grooming involves patience. The man must be patient with his wife. Why? Because change do not happen immediately. Change takes time to happen. So you must be patient with your wife so that the values you have taught her will take time to sink and begin to manifest. It should be noted that it is in the process of grooming that the man himself becomes a husband. Why? Because the husband is one who is saddled with the responsibility of grooming. So it is in the process of grooming that he himself becomes a husband. One who loves his wife. 2, who understands and accepts his wife for who she is. who teaches his wife the values of the kind of woman he wants her to be. 4, who is patient with his wife. Looking at all this, one can conclude that maturity is needed in marriage. Both parties who are entering into marriage must display some level of maturity. The man must be matured enough to groom his bride. The woman must be matured enough to allow herself to be groomed. Without maturity, no marriage can work. One could also say that one of the reasons why there is so many problems in family life is because the both parties who are coming together are not matured. When two immature people come together into marriage, that marriage will crash. The role of God in marriage cannot be overemphasized. That both parties who are coming together need God in their marriage, yes, it's very important. First of all, in the process of choosing your partner, you need God to lead you, to guide you in making those decisions. Who your partner will be, you need God to lead and guide you. Why? Because if you choose the wrong person as your partner, definitely that marriage will not work. Today, there are so many persons who are in marriage and are finding life difficult. If you are one of them, ask yourself, how has our process of grooming been faring? Re-examine your relationship with each other. Ask yourselves, what are the areas in our marriage currently that we need to make some adjustment? If you identify those areas, begin to make adjustment so that this union you have entered into can work. Let me pray with you. God our Father, bless your sons and daughters who have entered into marriage. Give them the graces they need to live a happy home and a happy life. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you and God bless you.